What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks back with another video today, taking a look at BioNTech, ticker symbol BNTX, as requested by some of you guys that are holding this stock currently. I know it's been downtrending, so we'll take a look at how it's been trading, what I see in the stock moving forward, and based on that we'll kind of get an idea hopefully of where it's headed. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below if you are in BNTX and what your trading plans are moving forward, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Happy New Year to all of you guys. Thank you for the continued support you've shown me in 2020. It's been a great last quarter as I've tried to grow this channel, all thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate each and every one of you guys and hope that 2021 is a great year for all of us as well, and we can continue to grow together. So let me hit record. We will get right into it. Let me hit BNTX and we will take a look. So this is the year-to-date chart of BNTX. As we could see, what a ride up, and then, you know, just as quickly a ride down, just falling and falling. It's been a little weird to see, right? Because a lot of people were expecting the stock to keep going up, especially after the FDA approved the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine to be given to people for the coronavirus that is going around, right? So they are one of two, the other company being Moderna, that has so far been approved. AstraZeneca is in the process, I believe, of getting approved. It has been approved in the UK, but not in the United States yet. So why is the stock falling? Well, typically, a lot of times what you'll see is a run up to the news and then a sell the news, right? So it's the buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So if, let's say, Apple, for example, comes out with a car, stock runs up. When they actually announce the car, we could see a little bit of profit taking because of how much it has ran up, right? Similar thing with BioNTech here. When we take a look at their year-to-date chart, right, what we see is, you know, they were trading kind of in the 28s. I don't know what this hike was for, but realistically, right, someone who's holding down here at 59 more than doubled their money at the peak. So when the vaccine was announced and the FDA approved it, you know, we've seen a lot of selling pressure. That being said, let's get into the analysis part of it. So they are partnered with Pfizer on that vaccine. Again, one of two approved, expected to, you know, sell 100 or hundreds of millions of doses, not only to the US but to the rest of the world as well. So that's kind of the good news for the company moving forward. But let's take a look at, from a price level perspective, how the stock's been doing. So it's been down 2.88% today, $2.42, another 50 cents after hours, which is 0.6. So more than 3.5% red on the day, right below VWAP, relatively weak throughout the course of the day, other than this kind of early push it had, not really doing so well. And if we go over here, right, if I just take a trend line as well, you know, we can clearly see the direction that the stock has been going for the past couple of weeks. And it's not the direction we want the stock to go, right? Unless you're short BNTX for whatever reason. But let's take a look at what's happening here, right? So kind of similar to Moderna, since I know a lot of you guys requested this video on that video. What we see is, you know, this downward pattern that we're trading in. For a lot of the times we're making higher or lower highs, lower lows, but definitely lower highs over the course of kind of this pattern here. From the high we set on 12/11 for the past kind of 3 weeks, we have seen a little bit of selling pressure moving forward. So let's take a look at some technicals and some you know, potential levels of support we have coming up. So the first thing that I will do is let me kind of do it from a price level perspective, and then we'll do it from a kind of exponential moving average perspective as well. So the first level is actually kind of where the stock is at right now. And let me draw a horizontal line here, and I will kind of explain to you why I think this is a crucial point. So if we go back to this level right here, these four candles, right, what we see is when the stock was above this level, right, 1026, October 26th, the low of the day was $80.35. The next day was $80.51. And then the next day, right, we found this level to be a little bit of a resistance, could not come above it. So, and the high was 80.74, and that low of this day was 79.22. So as you can see, between kind of the 79s to the mid 80s, right? Really the mid 80s has been a level that the stock has found good support in kind of 3 instances and found it to be a little bit of a resistance here. So if, as you guys know, if we're above a price point, it should act as a support. So if we go down here, right, it should bounce and move up. That's support. If we're under it, that same level should act as a resistance. So if we're above this level, which we are right now, right, this 80, let's just call it flat 80 just to make it simple for us. If we're above this flat 80, I think it should act as a good level of support. But if we fall under it, then it might act as a little bit of resistance. This time it only acted as resistance once before kind of moving forward. Another thing that I want to point out is, you know, this time when we fell from 96 to 80, 80 ended up being that pivot point. So maybe we see that pivot point coming for BNTX as well. We reached a low of 75 and then we kind of turned around, right? The other point that I want to mention is actually 75, right? So let's go right here, draw another line for us, and let me point out kind of the reason why I'm drawing this line. So first things first, right, if we scroll into that exact same point right here, that is the lowest that we were between this whole trading channel, right? So between kind of 10.6 and, well, now, right, where we're falling kind of back down to those levels, we never fell to 75. We fell down one day, bounced, and then we moved right back up. So that's another reason why I'm watching 75. And then the other reason I'm watching 75 is because back here, it acted as a little bit of a resistance, or excuse me, here it acted as a little bit of a resistance, right? The high was 75 perfectly on this day, and the low for this day was 75.65, right? So I think that that could be a little bit of a support and resistance, and then similarly here, we bounced right off of that 75.35. So what does that mean for us moving forward? Well, I think that hopefully, right, we saw another bounce off of 80.55 today. We're $1.50 above that. If we go down just a little bit, bounce and start moving back up, but we could potentially fall down to 75, at which point I will be watching that 75 level closely, would be watching it closely. I'm not currently in BNTX, but for those of you that are, I would personally watch 75 closely to see how it reacts. Do we get a similar story where we had been selling off for a while, hit 75, bounce up? Is the sell-off over? Or does it just break through that 75 like it doesn't mean anything, right? The latter case would be a little bit scary, and I'd consider, you know, potentially either locking in whatever I'm at or, you know, hoping for a turnaround, but hoping, really hoping that, you know, that either this 80 or this 75 acts as a turnaround point. Now, let's take a look at our moving averages, which don't look too amazing, as you guys can see here, right? All of the exponential moving averages are above the stock. That typically happens when a stock price falls a lot faster than those lines can come down. So that is what's happening here. And on the 4-hour chart, what we will see is, you know, the AEMA has been a little bit of a rejection point where it can't really maintain any really candle above it. So even if we're above it, we come right back down. Here we come right back down. So the pattern is even if we open above it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days out of this week, we've always kind of fallen below the AEMA on the 4-hour chart. So looking for it to break that trend, looking for it to be above the AEMA on the 4-hour chart, and then hoping that this 80 bounce, or if we see a little bit more of a sell-off, then a bounce off of the 75 level comes and we start to kind of head in the right direction. I do think 2021 should be a good year for them, both with the coronavirus vaccine as well as some other things that they have going on. I am not in any positions just because I'm trying to diversify. I am in Pfizer and I am in Moderna, so, you know, I'm trying to kind of keep diversified and not kind of go all in with the biotech and pharmaceuticals, right? So in Pfizer and Moderna, not in BioNTech, but as one of you guys pointed out in the comment section, Moderna and BioNTech trade kind of side by side. They're very similar in the way they trade. So I'm getting similar exposure, unfortunately, with Moderna. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see if we see a little bit of a reversal either at the 80 or the 75 point, and hoping for a push above the 8 EMA on the 4-hour chart. Let me know what your guys' trading plans are on BNTX, and I'd love to chat with you guys down in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.